Okay, so the topic for our discussion will be the community service vibe. Since our university is eyeing for a holistic graduate, all students need to develop a high impact community service project. Thus, there are a few activities that usually being done by the students. Can you all share with me the top three and the top bottom? Which activity that you prefer and you are not preferring to do during for the community service? We can start with Mr. Ainul.
Okay, so for me, my top three choice will be the planting trees at the city park, the cleaning houses of flood victim, and the other one I would say running a math camp for the orphans. That would be my top three. As for the bottom three, I would say the painting murals, feeding the homeless, and the collecting used books for the library. So that will be my pick.
Okay. So how about you, Miss Aisha? Do you agree with Mr. Ainul, or do you also want to state your own? Please.
Okay. I think I don't really have a same view with I know, because my top three is visiting the old folk home, and the second one is cleaning house of old victim, and the third is collecting used books for the public library. And for my bottom three is feeding homeless at the city, painting murals of the city bus station, and the last is running a mat camp for an orphan. Yeah.
Okay. How
Um,
about you, Miss?
I also have my own opinion. My top three is cleaning houses of flood victim, visiting the old folks home, and then feeding the homeless at the city. And the bottom three is painting murals for the city bus station, collecting used books for the public library, and running a maths camp for orphans.
So, as I have heard from you guys, I think all of us might have a different idea. For myself, my top three will be the cleaning house for the of the flood victims, uh, visiting the old folk home, and also feeding the homeless at the city. Uh, but for my top bottom will be running a math camp for the orphans, collecting used book for the public, and also painting the mural for the city bus station. So um, what can should we do in order to find the right ranking based on our own preference? Do you have any idea?
So I
Or
think
maybe
it's
you
in.
want to justify your own opinions. You want to make sure that your top three can be accepted, and also will be but the others also will agree with you.
Um, uh,
Okay, so I think from what we can see, the everyone seems to agree that painting murals is in everyone bottom three, and as for the top three, it seems like everyone has the excuse me, the cleaning houses of flood victim as their top three. So I think that will probably be in our for the ranking. We'll put those on the top and one on the bottom. Okay, so okay, I want to ask. So Kit Ying and Izan, so you put feeding the homeless as your top three, but it is in my bottom three. So I want to know why. Like for me, I put it at bottom three because yeah, it is a good deed, like feeding homeless people, right? They don't have money, they don't have places, so like yeah, it is a good deed. But the way I see it, it's not that effective because it's you can remember this one what's it called? This the phrase, like peribahasa. It says like feed a man a fish, he will be fit for the day. But teach a man to fish, he will be full forever. So that is why I think that is not that effective. So I want to see what is your view.
So, Ping, do you want to talk first, or I
uh,
will
okay.
take the time?
After listening to Aino's opinion, I also agree with Aino. Yeah, I agree with you because feeding the homeless at the city maybe will encourage more homeless. So I think it's not very meaningful program. Yeah. Mm. How about you, Ethan?
Mm, I think it will be helping a homeless people. Actually, not really a meaningless, as it might um closer make the gap between the rich and the poor people closer. Is it good? Are you okay? Or you have another opinion, Aisha?
Yeah, but I actually agree with I know. I think it's better for us to not just feeding, because I think like there's some attitude that when we give people feeding people, they used to do it more every day. You know what I mean? You get what I mean? Like if we uh give them every day, so they don't wanna do something to help themselves and just
Yeah.
waiting for people to give them food. I think like that.
Yeah, true. That is true.
Okay.
Agree.
Yeah, that might be some disadvantage on the program lah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I also curious with I know choice planting trees, because none of us is tag planting trees at the city park. Why do you tag that? I know.
So the way I see it, since like usually in a city, there's like the hustle and bustle of city with a lot of cars, and when there's a lot of cars, there's usually gonna be a lot of carbon dioxide, which is not good for us. So we know that when we plant trees, they have a photosynthesis, which they convert all those carbon dioxide, which provide us oxygen. So for a place like a city where there's a lot of this carbon dioxide, I think it would be very beneficial for those three to once they grow and provide us oxygen to to make sure that it basically turns bad gas into good gas.
Yeah, actually, I think uh, at first I also think that planting trees at the good choice, because I think they have a more long term effect, right?
Yeah.
For the future. But I think in the city, especially the city part, they already managed by the government. So I think they already have a tree there, and we don't really need to planting trees there. What do you think?
I think I'm agree with Laisha, since planting a tree on the city means at the park. Usually the government or such as the MBIP and or the MBJB usually have their own structure or their own plan where should the trees being planted, or because it's like a development of the city itself. If we just randomly and also if we want to plant a tree, we might need to ask for their permission. Also might be need we will be involved with a lot of sides or parties. So it might be hard for us as we might need to ask for the government permission, and also might be need to check or also will involve a lot of money in it.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
I also
really
agree with that.
give a lot of thought about that. So yeah, I think I do think you are right.
Yeah, but why, guys, you think collecting books are not that good? I think collecting books is good for the libraries and have a long-term effect. Don't you guys think like that?
I don't think so. I don't think collecting used books for the public library is good, because some libraries may not accept the donation of books anymore. Maybe due to their limited shelf space, or the donated books are past their usefulness. Some libraries may only accept the donations of new material. Yeah, so I think collecting used books for the public library is not meaningful lah. Yeah.
Okay.
Besides, a used book usually might be some books that might have been not in good terms of the books. So it might be some of the book might be have lost the pages or maybe have torn the cover already torn, or yeah. So it might be, besides nowadays people are rarely going to the public library anymore. They are usually go to either just search on the internet to find our own reference, as it was more easier.
Okay.
Hmm.
So, uh, what our final community service? I think what our final choice, guys. First, I think my first is cleaning houses of flood victim.
Okay, I have same
Yeah, same.
with Aisha, yeah. Because I think the flood victims are in need of our immediate assistance.
Okay, I think that will be our final decision for this discussion.
So, as we all had agreed, the cleaning houses for the flood victims and also the visiting the fort will be the top preference. And for the running map, camp for orphans will be on the middle of the list, while the others like collecting used book, feeding the homeless, painting murals, and planting trees will be on the bottom preference for all of us. So I think that's all for our discussion. Thank you. See you next time, guys.